At the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Let's go.
This is Ellington. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Being chased out left. And that, a dangerous throw there back across the field, but it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Titan football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll drop to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll run with Hall. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Another run by Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Able to locate his running back, open downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. In motion, James, the tight end. And Bigsby once more. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They go play action with Lawrence. Thomas has got it, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Little short pass to James. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Here's Ellington. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Jupiter.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On play action, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Give to Bigsby on the option. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series. Because
touchdown, Titans! Breece Hall saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Titans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be... The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of...
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
19 Lions.
Back to throw here.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Josh Jacobs, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
Here's Lawrence.
Caught. It's Ellington. Dances by at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Bigsby looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
70 Lions. Come on. Set. Go street. 79 Broncos. Go.
They'll set up to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Here's 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line. Just a Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Jacobs going to try the middle. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In motion, the tight end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
second down. Jacobs once more.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Forced out to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Mustang 19. 19, Pioneer.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Buying time to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that one too high and incomplete.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Lawrence will throw.
And now here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they take a knee. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.